So before we head inside, let's take a look at their front glass display. This is where they really advertise and promote their latest products. A large Batmobile is currently on show. And of course, we have the comics, plenty of manga as well in the basement. There's a lot of anime figures inside, so this is the Gundam box sets currently on promotion. And Star Wars, of course, is very prominent. So you'll find a lot of replicas, so from the helmets all the way to figurines. So some of their main brands like Kenner, the Pop Funkos, and it's the same for Marvel. We'll have the figurines all the way to the larger scale replicas, so the What If Captain Carter's shield. And we're currently celebrating the 85th anniversary for Marvel. So let's head inside into Forbidden Planet. And once you're there, you are greeted with the glass display, the collectibles for kind of the high-end products, so 1/6 scale Hot Toys, and of course the Iron Man figures, which I believe have always been here, and then some of the later MCU characters. It's the same for DC. We have the Batman 2022 Hot Toys Batcycle, as well as the 89 version. And on to the other side, there are more Marvel characters, and of course dioramas to more 1/6 scale for the MCU. And then this side we have the Tamashii Nations SH figure arts, so anime characters from Dragon Ball, Ultraman, Chainsaw Man, Naruto, One Piece, Rurouni Kenshin, as well as Spy Family. And just below, more anime figure arts. And it's nice to see them out of the box, just to give you an idea on the displays. Not the newest releases, still nice to see. And of course we have the ones for the big lines, the No Way Home Green Goblin, as well as the Marvel's Captain Marvel. And it's not just SH figure arts, we have some of the Marvel Legends box sets, and then there's also Marvel Lego. So just in time for the festive season with this pack. Zack Snyder was at Forbidden Planet a few months ago. Here is his movie for Rebel Moon, the SHF line. And we also have some of the Batmobiles, so miniature ones. And then some other ones, including the Superpowers. Nice to see the return of them. And we also have some of the McFarlane Toys Batmobiles, so the movies for Batman Begins and Batman Forever, and there's also the one in black. So here is the anime collection, so let's take a look at their merchandise first. So we see there is Tamagotchis, keyrings, figurines, and it really is mixed up with all the different animes. From Jujutsu Kaisen, we have of course One Piece, the Netflix show, and more figurines for Naruto. Model kits are also available. As you can see, it is mixed in with the movie versions. And then we also have plenty of statue box sets, which I'm not too familiar with, but it's always interesting to see these in person. A lot of colourful characters for all the different animes. And of course the popular ones as well. So One Piece, and there's also a Death Note version. And here are the action figures. So here we have the Dragon Stars, which I think are kind of like the budget versions of SH figure arts. They've been around for some time. I think for the price they're very decent. Sculpt wise they're good, and there's a lot of effects as well included. So definitely nice to see. And then we have some of the Jazzware Total Animes, which are new releases. So Attack on Titan, Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, as well as Spy Family. And considering the price, the sculpts, the accessories included, these are nice additions. Pop Funkos are available, and more merchandise for the anime lines. So Dragon Ball lights, the mugs. And here is the film and TV collection. So here is the Rocky figurine, and then we have some for Scarface. And this is kind of like the miscellaneous section. So we have different items from Gremlins all the way to the Crow. Also have a Lord of the Rings collection, so this is mostly merchandise, although I do see a figure on the side which is by Diamond Select. Also a statue from the first movie. The Turtles line brings back a lot of memories, so there's always a collection in the store. And as I mentioned, Star Wars is always going to be very popular, and mostly Kenner figurines, so the 3.75, the retro inspired carded boxes. And they've also got a selection for Godzilla, which has been here for many years, for t-shirts to merchandise to photos, figures as well. And game characters, we have the Jada Toy Street Fighter, which I do have, really good figures, and also the Tekken 8 collection. And here's more Turtles, this time versus the Street Fighter box sets. And we're not done with anime, there's also the calendar in time for the new year 2025, Jujutsu Kaisen and One Piece available. And we can now move on to the DC collection, so we have some nice artworks. And one of my favorite collections, which is their merchandise. So we have travel card covers, there's a lot of these coasters, mugs, keyrings, figurines as well, the superpowers, of course the Thomas Wayne Batman. Of course, how can we forget the McFarlane toys? This is probably the main section, I guess, for DC. A lot of Batman figures I noticed, a lot of comic versions, the animated series, live action movies. And I try and follow the McFarlane Toys collection line, but some of these I didn't know existed, so it's nice to actually see them in person. So plenty of the Batman the animated series. And we have all the live action Batmans, from Adam West to the Kilmer version. These Batman Forevers do look nice, a recent release of course. And there's also a collection with the Bale version, the Affleck Batmans, all available. And there's also a Wonder Woman statue. And here is a Pop Funko with Batman in the Batcave. And also a model kit of the Batmobile from the 2022 movie. And there's also some t-shirts available for the DC line. And here is the Marvel collection, mostly Marvel Legends. So we have the Deadpool Legacy Wolverine, Iron Man, of course a lot of the retro carded style figures. So from Spider-Man all the way to X-Men characters and some of the No Way Home characters. So here are more Marvel Legends. So most of these are for the comic versions. I was hoping to see the Deadpool and Wolverine figures, which are currently not yet available, but there was the Colossus. Here is the McFarlane Toys collection, which is starting to make the Marvel characters. So we have some comic inspired covers, looking nice with the bases. We have the Marvel Select Invisible Woman, and there's more McFarlane toys with the gold label Spider-Man. There is a Deadpool and Wolverine calendar available. And rounding off the first floor, we have Christmas jumpers all the way to t-shirts. So now we're at the basement to see the comics and manga selection. So plenty to see, of course the 3 for 2 deal is still ongoing. All the latest comics are available from Marvel all the way to DC. Just take your time, look through these, of course there's a lot to see. All sorts of superhero comics, the mangas, of course One Piece, large selection. And it's the same for Dragon Ball, including the first edition. Death Note is also available, and it's not just comics and mangas, there are figurines and kind of these merchandises, both from Marvel and DC. So that was the visit to Forbidden Planet. Thanks for watching.